Hello and welcome to iamGEEK. I'm Ryan, joined by my brother Chris and our good pal Katrin, and this is episode 236, and I have COVID.
Oh,
I'm going to go ahead
Right,
and start
right.
it.
right off the bat. Yeah.
Probably get banned for saying
It's okay
that
to
and
say
that I
COVID.
have it. I don't know. Like every time you say COVID, you type it, like something pops up. Here's the stuff to know. But I am
Excellent.
vaccinated,
hmm
but I still got COVID
hmm
at Disney World. And that's what we're talking about tonight. My trip to Disney and how I got COVID,
You shouldn't have licked the rails.
along with some other fun stuff. No.
Can't help it. They're all made of candy
Right?
canes.
Anyway, yeah. So today is also
Happy
my
birthday, Ryan.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Hey, Vance.
Happy
Hello, Vance.
birthday.
Good to see you in the comments. Yes, I'm 44 years old, halfway to 88. So I'm about there, you know? That's how you look at it, I guess.
Sure.
And I have COVID on my
Well,
birthday.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun.
Oh.
Caitlin's 44 too, so he's right there with me. Halfway to 88 club.
4 years.
No, that
below
was a club.
Oh, yeah, it's exclusive club.
For those that are 44.
Yeah.
88 divided by 2 club. All right.
Yes. Vance, thank you for the happy birthday. Yeah, so I went for May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Star Wars Day. I decided for my birthday that I was going to go down there, and it's somewhere between here and there. I got sick. I started feeling sick on Friday, I guess. The last day I was there.
Yeah.
So I was wandering around Epcot with COVID, I guess.
I mean, there's probably plenty of other
say
people
that,
that were
right?
as well, so in fairness.
Well,
you
there
didn't-
was
you
because
weren't, you weren't feeling like that when you were walking around it because you didn't know at the time.
No. I was just by the time I got to the airport, I was like, man, I'm just tired and just ready to get home. And then when I got off the airplane, I was like, oh no. And I went home and immediately went to our bathroom and said, I'm staying in the bathroom. I put a mattress on the floor. I'm going to stay in here just in case. Just in case.
You got everything you need. Water supply,
Yeah.
bathroom,
Yeah. Well, really.
soap.
I had my iPad. I had a mattress.
Got your little mini fridge in there and all of like your
Good thing you had that mini fridge.
all your Twinkies that you keep in there, for
Yeah.
for
Well,
your
our
shower eating.
doesn't work right now.
No. Oh.
No, there's no shower eating because the shower is
What?
broken right now. So I can't even take a shower right now. Like it's like I'm in prison. I'm taking I got a bathtub. So anyways. But now I've moved down into the bedroom and cleaned it all, for myself. Anyway. So I didn't wear my mask outside because I thought I'm outside.
Yeah.
The news tells me
Fresh air is good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh air is good for me. I tried to wear it most of the time inside, unless I was
Good
eating.
idea.
Mm-hmm.
But didn't help.
With the eating or the COVID?
Oh, the eating. Yeah, the wearing the mask is. But I should just wear the mask the whole time. I mean, I could have. I would have been fine.
Yeah, there's all kinds of thoughts about that.
There's
I mean,
so many ways that you could have gotten it besides not wearing a mask outside.
my son wore a mask at school at the beginning of all this and got it, and gave it to us.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, hope so far
We've disowned him.
Got it here,
My former son.
I've stayed away from everything.
Yeah.
Just kidding. He's alive. He's fine.
Hopefully, no one else gets to hear in the house. I've stayed in this room, haven't left. What was I going to say? Oh, so I read when I got back, I was looking on the
internet,
Galaxy's Edge, Facebook groups and stuff like that, and there's people from the Star Cruiser, and they're like, yeah, our whole party has COVID now. We went to the Star Cruiser on May 2nd, 3rd, or whatever, which was when I was there.
Mm-hmm.
And there were Star Cruiser people walking around when I was there because you saw their pins. And then other people were saying, yeah, I just got back from Disney and have COVID. And I'm just like,
Star Cruiser people.
It's Star Wars
Yeah.
people spread it, I guess.
Everybody got a little closer, you know.
Yeah, they had that lightsaber meetup, which let me tell you, I was really excited about going to a lightsaber
Yeah.
meetup for the first time. I've seen pictures. They look wonderful. Everybody's in front of the Millennium Falcon with their lightsabers, holding them up, taking pictures. They're walking around Galaxy's Edge, taking, with their lightsabers. I was highly disappointed because we get there and they're like, Disney's like, well, we decided to, we're having a special event tonight as soon as the park closes.
Oh.
So, we're kicking you all out as soon as it closes, and you can't take pictures in front of the Millennium Falcon. You can take pictures in front of the park after it closes. They let us take pictures in small groups in front of the X-Wing, which was a major cluster, trying to get small groups. So who knows? I could have got it in this big, massive horde that they crammed in to try to get pictures. So I did not like that. It wasn't fun. From what the other years that I've seen, like videos and pictures where everybody's just like having fun in Galaxy's Edge, like they just kicked everybody out of the park. And, you think they wouldn't schedule an event on May the 4th. It turned out to be like a media advertising event.
That's a weird day to put that on.
Yeah. So, but it was fun. I had fun that day. Met a lot of people. I had my gaffy stick lightsaber that I made.
How'd that go?
And I was in my everybody loved it.
Did you poke anybody in the eye?
People were coming to me.
Anybody in the face?
No, I was really surprised. I was wondering, are they going to let me in the park with this thing? Because it is it's like a gaffy stick on the end, a lightsaber on the other end, and they didn't say anything. They're like, oh yeah, go on in. And I have my Boba Fett like Disney or Star Wars bounding on that I made, and everybody loved it. And everybody's like, where can I buy the gaffy stick? And I'm like, I made it. You can't buy it. Sorry. Like, sell it to me. And I'm like, $1 million. And then somebody said, here you go, $1 million. So,
long story short, you have $1 million.
I'm a millionaire now.
This is the last episode.
I gave out.
Yeah. Because we make money
on. What was I going to say? Oh, and I gave out some crystals to cast members I made, especially they look like the Black Spire of Black Spire Outpost, and they all loved them. The 5 that I had with me, all 5 of those cast members loved them. One girl was like, she was helping me out in the droid depot, looking at some stuff, and I said, "Hey, do you got a Savi saber?" She goes, "No, but my dad's coming down in a month, and we're going to build one." And I'm like, "Here's your first crystal," and I gave it to her, and she got all excited. She goes, "I can't wait to show my dad." Yeah, so that was really cool. And then I was walking around with the happy birthday. I took it from Katrin. If you're there, wear a birthday button. This is going to be the running joke.
It was near your birthday. This is when you were celebrating your birthday at Disney.
It was. So I wore the birthday button, and somebody said, "Happy birthday, iamGEEK," and it did not say iamGEEK on it.
What?
And I was like, "What?" And this cast member was like, "Hey," and he goes, "Do you remember me?" And I was like, "You look familiar." She had a mask on, so it's sort of hard.
This top looks familiar. Down here, not so sure.
Yeah. She's like, "You gave me a crystal last time," and she had the crystal hooked onto her belt.
Oh, that's cool.
That I gave her, and I was like, "Well, here's another crystal," and she got so excited. She's like, "Yeah, I follow all your stuff." And then there was this family that came up to me. There was a mom and a girl who's in a wheelchair. Sweetest family I've ever met at Disney. Came up and started. She goes, "We watch your show." And I'm like, "Oh wow!" I'm like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah, we love it. We love it." And I'm like, "This is amazing."
And you called them a liar to their face.
No,
And
they're
they're
probably
like,
they're watching.
We tell everybody about the Dan O show. I'm not.
But it was and the daughter was dressed up as Rey, and so she used her force powers on me and pushed me across the Galaxy's Edge, which was fun. And then she was like, "Do you mind signing my autograph book, and I'm like, what? I'm like,
Wow.
sure,
yes.
yeah, that's
I've
fun.
been
It's like,
practicing for years.
yeah, I practiced wrote her notes. So it's just like moments like that made the trip really
that's
special
cool.
and fun. Got to hang out with the Kyber curator, who listens and watches some, and I've been on his show some. So we got to hang out at Sean, and it was fun, you know.
Yeah.
And the first day I was there, the third, I wore my see, I'm blanking out. It's the COVID.
COVID brain.
I wore my Cal Kestis poncho into Galaxy's Edge because I wanted to get the Cal Kestis lightsaber because I've been waiting. How long have I been waiting for this? A long time. I haven't dressed up as Cal Kestis last
44 now, so it's been since you were like 15, I think.
Yeah, since I was 15. I was waiting for the Cal Kestis lightsaber.
Wow.
So I used some
long wait,
some birthday money, and I got it. Here it is in its case.
Oh.
I mean,
never removed.
I can open it. I mean, if you're listening, it won't matter. But if you're watching on YouTube,
you'll get to hear how our reactions.
He has opened the case.
Ooh, he's lifting.
Here it is. Look at this bad boy.
Oh man!
Oh, look at that!
That is probably
this
the best
nice
looking
shiny
one I've
you
seen.
can you can get two, and you can hook them together.
What?
Or you could take this part. Are you serious? It's the best one you've seen,
think
or you
so.
just being
I really do. I think it's like one of the.
It is really nice.
I really like it because the other ones.
Yeah, I like the end.
The other.
Yeah, so you can take this part off. And then the ends like underneath.
A lot of the other sabers just look so chunky to me, and I know that top of the hilt there, the emitter, looks kind of big. That's the only thing. It almost looks like a curling iron if you look at.
Yeah,
but I do like it because it's not got a lot of chunky pieces. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, I really like that end. Though.
Yeah, the end where it's like broken off or damaged. Yeah, that looks really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does kind of look like a curling iron or whatever.
It looks pretty cool when you have two of them, but I didn't buy two of them. When you hook them together, it looks pretty cool. But I like it. It is chunky on the top,
but I like how simple it is in some ways.
It's heavy.
Yeah, I bet
it's
it
really
is
heavy. But they actually did a good job because one of my main things I don't like about a lot of the Legacy sabers is where they put the switch to turn it on and off. It's always some random spot that makes no sense. It's like a little switch that you just has nothing to do with the lightsaber. But this one, it actually one of the actual switches on the lightsaber is the thing that ignites the lightsaber.
Very cool.
That's cool.
So, and the cover tech wheel is way up here. So when you hang it, you like hang it with the
that's kind of weird.
Blade would shoot up in your face, I guess, if it was real.
Lightsaber hang low. Does it wobble to and fro?
Yeah, but that's that one.
Cool.
That is cool.
And this was going to be the only lightsaber I was going to get.
Was going to be.
Was going to be.
Was going to be.
Was going to be. But then May the 4th happened because they announced earlier on Shop Disney that because last year they did a box set that was a Luke and Leia box set, basically from the end of the last movie, Skywalker, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I just forgot. I told you. Rise of Skywalker? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. They had a box set with Leia's and Luke's lightsaber from that. And so everybody thought they was going to do a box set this year. And they came out and they said, we're doing the Ahsoka box set for Shop Disney. And everybody thought that's going to be in the parks. And it's I already have the lightsabers, the Ahsoka lightsabers. Yeah. So it's just ones that they've already had that they just put in a box. And I thought that was sort of like,
But it's a box.
It's a box.
Cheap. But and it was like way more just to get that box that plays music. So I was like, well, I don't even want those. So I'm just going to get my Cal, and that's it. And then later on they said, oh, it's actually going to be in the parks later. It's not going to be there for May the 4th. So I was like, are they going to do something else? And woke up that next morning and they released 2 new lightsabers.
Man.
I did not buy 2 new lightsabers because, again, they were both sort of random. A while back, Chris knows,
Mhm.
they released a Shadow Maul lightsaber, which is a lightsaber that Maul used later on in like the Clone Wars or something,
Pretty cool looking.
which is really cool.
Mhm.
And you could connect it to the original Darth Maul lightsaber, like he does in Clone Wars or whatever.
Mhm.
So they released that a while back, and which is cool. And that lightsaber originally belonged to Asajj Ventress in like a random book or something. Like you never even seen. I don't think you saw her in Clone Wars or anything with it. So for May the 4th, they brought that out as Asajj Ventress. So instead of red, it's yellow. And I was like, and I wanted the Shadow Maul anyways. I had my eye on that one for a while, but they didn't have the original Maul, so you couldn't get them to connect. But now they do, Chris. You can get the original Maul now.
Ooh, but I think you gotta get two. Like you can't.
But if you have this one, then you can connect this one to the original.
Well, then yeah, you gotta buy two. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Two either way, right?
Yeah.
So, and then I saw the box that it came in, and I was like, because I still wanted the Shadow Maul, but then it comes in a white box, which I thought was cool because it's the first time this has happened in a white box. So it looks like a stormtrooper, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I was thinking that, and I was like, didn't we talk about a stormtrooper lightsaber?
Yeah, we did. I was with somebody else in line, and they did not like the white box. She was like, "It's just triggering me," and I'm like, "I don't understand." It's very cool.
So to me, like it's not necessarily stormtrooper, but it's a white box and it's got a yellow symbol on it, and like the symbol's really weird.
Looks like Cobra Kai almost.
And I just think Power Rangers, White Tiger, go! Like
maybe so.
There you go.
Anyway, but this you were saying that the Cal Kestis is probably your favorite. This one is.
I don't know.
The design of this one's like close to being
the
one
more
of my favorites.
The more I looked at it with how big that end was, I'm like, I don't know.
That's cool. It's like fits in your hand really well. Cool. It's got like that gunmetal sort of on it, and the switch is in a good place. It's right there.
Nice.
But this one has a crystal in it that you can see when it lights up, which is cool.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can see a yellow crystal.
That's pretty
cool.
It. Yeah, I like that one.
I don't know if you can see it.
He's just hold it away from the microphone.
Yeah, I'm holding away from the mic.
It's not as loud. Well, yeah.
Oh, so the crystal's in there. You can't.
No, that's cool.
So a crystal that you can change, or one that like came with it, or whatever?
It's in it. Okay. You can't change it. It's just in there. But anyway, so that's the two lightsabers I got. I like them both.
Yeah, one's a hairdryer and one's a curling iron.
I'm ready to style your hair. You just stole the things that they keep in your hotel room for people.
It's really
that's
cool.
all you did.
But I think I got anything. Oh, I got Chris that the special magic band because he doesn't have a magic.
Yes, I don't have a magic band. I'm going in August, and I need a magic band, and they have like nothing online.
Yep. Well, it's because they're coming out with the Magic Band Plus.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's just like there was a blue one. They had a Doctor Strange one, but it just didn't look very good. And then there was like one that looked very like kid-like or something. I think they had like a 50th whatever anniversary thing, but yeah, it didn't look that great either. So yeah, the one that he got me has like the bounty hunters from Star Wars.
Pretty cool. So it
was like
that. May the 4th,
that one's pretty cool.
Yes, especially for May the 4th. They had a T-shirt with that on it that I really wanted, but it was like $40 for a T-shirt. I'm like, no.
So
but now I have to like bathe it in gasoline and set it on fire to clean it.
It has COVID.
COVID doesn't stay on things. That's not how it works.
So we're looking for a magic band as well for our niece that's going with us in December. And I was like, let me just look on eBay. And sure enough, on eBay, they have tons of them, and they're brand new in box. I bought one that's like a Minnie Mouse one. It was $20 $24. It was $24. Like this actually would have been more at Disney World, I feel like. But it's like it's brand new. It's still zip tied into the package and everything. And it's listed as new, so I guess I need to try to link it and make
to
sure.
Somebody, you can't unlink it. You can't link it to anybody else.
Right, it's brand new.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So you could have bought one, but that one's a cool one too.
This one's really cool. I'm gonna keep it, but I won't.
No.
Come get.
I need one. I don't have
it
any.
for my COVID hands.
No, we got one for my wife because like they've been doing that Stitch Crashes Disney stuff, and we've gotten a bunch of those stuffed animals. And one day I happened to think, oh, we need to get the bands, and there was like one that was like it was the mixture of Jungle Book and Stitch, and I got it for her, thinking like, well, I'll get me like a Marvel something or a Star Wars something later on, and and she'll have the Stitch thing. And of course, there was nothing.
I hooked you up. So
thank you.
You're welcome. But so that was May the 4th. Ate some Ronto wraps. hung out. Saw our friend Winchester a couple times.
Nice.
So he was there working the bathroom.
Drank all the blue milk?
No, I did not drink any blue milk. No.
Well, so that would have protected you from COVID.
Maybe it would have.
Maybe it would.
It kills everything inside of you. I'm pretty sure.
Especially your soul.
Yes.
I did get to see where people can come off of the Star Cruiser into Batu. I got to walk in there. The gate was closed, but I could walk all the way in to where you scanned your Magic Band. Mm-hmm. And it was cool. They had, remember in the you first saw them in New Hope, the cameras that you would see up in the ceiling that they would shoot out and stuff.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
They had like those up in the ceiling in there.
That's cool.
Which I thought was a nice touch. I was like, oh, there's props from the original movies. Something original in Galaxy's Edge.
Like, this doesn't look like Star Trek. Minute.
So I had fun. I went to the Magic Kingdom and one day and rode everything I wanted to ride.
Good.
So
nice.
it wasn't too crowded that day. So I got to ride Big Thunder twice.
Ooh.
Once in the daytime, once at nighttime. I rode. I sent you a video for your son. Hopefully he saw it and he liked it. I did it just for him. I'm like, the fireworks are starting. I'm going to go get on Mine Train and film it for Charlie. So I filmed fireworks on Mine Train, which was really cool. Rode Pirates of the Caribbean, which was, weird. The Lightning Lane line was longer for Pirates than the regular line. At one point, I walked past and I was like, it was wrapped all the way down the road, and I'm like, ugh. I'm like, not doing that. And rode Space Mountain. Rode everything I wanted to ride. Yeah, and had a corn dog. So
Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, best corn dog there is. And had this new Dole Whip concoction that they had, which was good. It had it came with coconut, but I didn't want coconut, so I said, can I change that for pineapple? But it had the what do they call it, pog juice, or
it's a mixture of like 3 different fruits and all.
Pineapple, orange, guava, and it was really good. I like that float better than just pineapple juice. So that was good. But yeah, so it was a fun trip. Went to Epcot, walked up to where Guardians of the Galaxy was, asked the people there, so is it any good? And they're like, yeah, it's the best ride here.
That's what I've heard.
That's nice. Like, I should be able to get to ride that.
You'll have an opportunity.
I watch videos of. You'll have an opportunity.
I'll have an opportunity to ride that. We'll see if I actually get to ride.
I listened to the main.
Come down and ride it.
The Main Street Electrical podcast today. They had a.
He's like, no.
I didn't hear what you said.
I didn't either. I'm sorry.
I said maybe I'll just come down and ride it with you.
There you go.
Oh, okay. You still
He's
be in
like-
quarantine.
in August.
Yeah.
Probably.
Anyways, you listen to Main Street
yeah,
Electrical.
they so a couple of them got to go, and they talked about the ride and said it
Yeah.
was one of the best rides, most smooth ride, and that's like better than Velocicoaster, better than the one girl in there has been to Shanghai. It was Heather, the quasi producer, as they say. She said that the Pirates of the Caribbean there was her favorite ride of all the parks of everywhere, and she said this one might overtake that. Like she liked it that much because it was so smooth.
Oh, wow.
And like it just all the cool things that they do, not just in the ride but before the ride, which Charlie and I watched it today, watched a video of it, and like there's some things I'm kind of like, I wish I hadn't seen that, a little bit, but there's some cool things that happen, and I think it'll be fun. He was stoked about it, and it looks like it'll be fun. I don't know, and which is weird because it doesn't seem like something I would want to ride because I don't like roller coasters that much, except for certain ones.
That's true.
It doesn't look like I watched a video of the actual ride itself. It didn't look too bad.
No, I think it's a lot of lights and things going by, just like Space Mountain, where it feels like you're going fast, but you're only going 22 miles an hour. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's making it seem like a lot more is going on than what's actually going on.
Right.
It looks like it would make me super nauseous.
They said that people that get motion sickness haven't had that many issues. Like some have, obviously, but they said it's because it's so smooth and you can like look down and see the track. If you get motion sickness, you can kind of see where it's going, and that helps. But
like spins,
not like crazy.
The thing you're in.
But yeah,
it just kind of turns to show you certain screens and stuff.
Yeah, I saw a video of them testing it. Like it was like an outside.
Yeah.
And it turned really smoothly. It wasn't like a quick turn. It was kind of a nice kind of smooth turn as things were going. It didn't look bad at all.
Not Primeval Whirl with the little
not teacups.
Or not teacups
either. It looks fun. I mean, I guess it'll be different when you ride it, but the videos, I'm like, it looks fun, but it doesn't look like the best ride. I guess because of the videos, the way people filmed those, you could see literally everything. Like it just looked like a video screen on a wall with a black painted wall behind it.
And a lot of people are filming with their iPhones now too. And there's like, you're filming in the dark on an iPhone animore. It brightens up like the whole area that you're watching. So you can see like everything.
Yeah. I think it'll be a neat experience. They said people they didn't hear anybody screaming. It was everybody was laughing and like, this is awesome, the whole time, and but not like they weren't screaming, like they were terrified or anything, or like I would be. So
yeah, it didn't look very long either.
It's 3 minutes.
Is the ride not that long?
And then the whole experience is even longer because like the queue has all this stuff that happens, and then there's like
the queue's got
like 2 rooms that you listen to these people talk, kind of like how they did with Flight of Passage, where you've got these different, and I don't know,
it's got Terry
Crews in there, and but it's the whole experience. It seems like it's kind of long, but the ride is 3 minutes long, which is that seems like a decent amount of time compared to Mine Train or something else. It's super fun. So I think it'll be cool.
Yeah. I ate at the new place there that I've got
in France or
no, it's not called Creation.
Oh, that's right.
It's by the Creation shop.
Something
eatery.
The name of it.
It's where the electric umbrella used to be.
Not important.
I mean,
it apparently didn't stick out.
Just, It was a Disney hamburger.
Yeah.
I mean, if that tells you anything.
Nice.
I was like, I'll give it a shot. Maybe it's a better hamburger than the other places that they have here. No. For lunch, I ate at Canada. The booths. The Flower and Garden booths. So I had the steak tips. The boots with Mike Myers. Yeah.
The Patavra. The Patavra will not be exposed.
Don't say it. We're on. We'll say that. We'll talk about that later, maybe. So I had my walk around the park food.
Showcase.
Yeah. So that food was good.
Good.
But the place I don't see the point of opening another place like that in Epcot when they have a festival that's going on literally all year round.
90% of the time, yeah.
Way better food.
Yeah.
But I wanted an air conditioned place to sit down, so that's where I went.
There you go.
But the food wasn't great. I don't recommend it. It's just a typical Disney burger and fries.
It's a place for people to go, which is important there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what.
Again, I did not make it to Animal Kingdom this trip. Just didn't get over there.
What are you gonna do?
I want to go just because I haven't been to the Avatar Land
or
whatever. But the thing is, I think because before we were going to go to the parks and then the cruise and then try to hit the park again. So it'd been like 4 days of parks, so we could hit a park each day. But I think we're kind of coming down on that. We're just doing the parks before the cruise and then just staying at like the boardwalk and just kind of not going to a park, maybe go to Disney Springs, maybe play mini golf or something like that. So we got to try and fit what we want to do in 3 days in all the parks.
Well, the cool, if you have the money and you want a ticket to Epcot, you can just walk over, do what you want, and then walk back. Like you don't have to make it a full park day. You can be like, let's go eat at Epcot and go over there and eat and ride a ride and then walk back. But you don't have to.
Also trying to save a little money.
Yeah. So. I'm just saying if money wasn't an object, then
if money's not an object, I'd go for 2 months.
Well, I'm saying
yes, it's a good tip. You're right there.
That's a good hotel to stay at.
And that's why we were staying there to begin with, because we were going to do Epcot when we got back, and we were going to stay there and just walk over to Epcot. But we're kind of like, well, maybe we'll rein this back a little bit.
Yeah.
You'll probably change your mind.
I don't know. We'll see. Because
you'll be like, I really want to go to Guardians and Ratatouille.
But that doesn't mean we won't go to Epcot at all. Maybe we'll go to Epcot like one of the other days. But maybe we'll do an Epcot / Animal Kingdom day or something like that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Because there are like maybe just a couple rides in each of those that we.
I'll be interested if you ride Ratatouille. Be interested to see what you think about it.
Probably won't ride Ratatouille.
Yeah. Like
it
I like it at all.
It struck me as more of a kid's ride. When I went to Universal, like they had just opened the Pets ride or whatever that is.
Yeah.
I saw what it was, and I was just like, nah, I'm good.
To me, the Ratatouille ride is, and I could be wrong, whatever. Okay, you know the Spider-Man ride?
Mm-hmm.
That's really good in Universal? Yeah. Let's say that when they were making the Spider-Man ride, they looked back at rides to say, how should we make a ride better that's really cool? They looked back 20 years and saw the Ratatouille ride and based the Spider-Man ride on that and made it a lot better. It's like you're going backwards in that type of ride to me. It was just big screens that you could tell were screens, and you're in this weird carnival mouse spinning around. My wife and I both went on it, and when we got off, we looked at each other and goes, "What do you think?" And we both at the same time said that was sort of lame. And it made us nauseous because it spun around like crazy. So, but Katrin may love it. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see. The nice thing, it's another ride though, right? For people to go to.
Yes.
Because that's the problem is there's not been a whole lot there besides food and like things to go see and do. But then when you want to go ride, Mission Space or Test Track, or Frozen, then you've got these huge lines because that's the things to do. But now there's multiple things.
It's kind of a kid eater too.
Fine.
It takes the kids.
Eats the kids, yeah.
It eats the kid.
It eats the children.
And that's good. And it spreads people out too, because that's all the way in France. And then you've got this all the way in Universe of Energy, whatever, Ellen's Universe of Energy, and then you got Test Track, and it spreads people out. So I think it's good. I didn't even mention Finding Nemo ride.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Basically, I would want to do the Guardians
Yeah.
ride.
Yeah.
At Epcot. That's really the only ride I can think of at Epcot I
Yeah.
want to do.
Test
Test Track's fun.
I've done Test Track.
No,
I've done Test Track. So,
Yeah.
and then like I want to go to Star Wars, and I want to go to like
it's 5D
Avatar.
stuff, right?
What'd you say?
I'm sorry, what? Avatar, like Avatar and Star Wars, and like Guardians. Like those are like the main things
Yeah.
that are new
Yeah.
that I haven't done. Like I've been to Disney several times in my life. But I haven't been in years, so I want to hit the new stuff that I haven't. And
You haven't been on Mine Train, have you?
no, but I don't know.
It's fun.
It's fun.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a fun
Yeah.
one. It's short, but it's fun. If you like roller coasters, you'd like it.
And see, there's also the mixture of like Jenny doesn't do roller coasters and stuff like that.
Oh.
So like,
That's
do
why
I
I
want
should
to
come
go on
too.
my own and do the mine ride? Like I don't know.
I'll come do it with you.
Okay, come on down.
He's like, he doesn't want me to come.
I mean, you'll still be in quarantine by that time, so I don't know.
No. Anyways, so any other questions about Disney?
Did you see any of the Main Street Electrical Parade merchandise that they've released?
I saw the what is it called, Loungefly bag? Is that those little backpacks?
Yeah,
It's the
I
brand.
saw that bag.
They released some things right
looks
after you
cool.
left. There's like these plushes of like the snail and the dragon. I thought they were the popcorn buckets, and they said they're finally at Disney World, and it was like they're plushies. I'm like, that's not the same.
Yeah, I want that. I want that
Yeah.
popcorn. That
So
peach.
There was
dragon
there
thing.
was a coffee mug that was released recently, and I saw it this morning, and I had it in my cart because it's a color changing. Like it when you put hot liquids in it, these stars light up, or lights rather, I guess. And I had it, and then by the time I went to check out, it was gone. It's like, dang, come it.
Oh.
And then look on eBay, they're $50. It was 20,
Scalpers.
Yeah.
So
Did you see any popcorn buckets at all? Was there any like just
The only one they
popcorn
had was the Skyliner popcorn bucket, which I guess
yeah,
is the
that's
newest
one.
one.
And there's they brought the mouse droid one too, I think, back.
Oh yeah, that mouse droid was in
Yeah.
Galaxy's Edge, and then I did see somebody carrying around the head of Jack Skellington.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like a head.
But that wasn't the popcorn bucket. It was someone in there.
It's just his head.
Took his head off and was carrying around.
Yeah. Now for the May the 4th,
killed Jack Skellington.
for May the 4th, Disneyland
The
released
Wolfman
a
is
bunch
dead.
of stuff. They have new droids you can build. It's like the chopper type droid. So you can build those at. They only had them at Disneyland. They didn't have them when I was at Disney World, but I'm sure they're coming to Disney World. They had a tow cable attachment that you could attach to the back of the droid that he can pull stuff around with.
He can pull you around. He can pull a full grown man around.
Oh, full grown man.
Wow.
And then they had like the star compass that Luke has in something. And the thing that I want that looks so fun, they have if you go in Doc Ondar's, you can find a baby Sarlacc that's in this red case. And it's got like symbols on it from like Ghostbusters and stuff. Well, they're selling a small one of that. It's a baby Sarlacc in a red case, and I think, I could be wrong, but I think it's a piggy bank. I think you can put like money down and he would eat it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's cool. I want that. But that was only Disneyland.
They get all the cool things.
So they did have one of the lightsabers. I said that they released 2 lightsabers, and I never told you what the second lightsaber was. It made that much of an impression on me. It was in a white case too, but it was Luminari. That's her name.
Luminaire?
Right?
Sure.
She's a Jedi. She's green. She wears like a headdress type thing. It was her lightsaber, which I thought was really random. I mean, it's random. I don't know why they've chose to bring her lightsaber out instead of like a major character. I thought they would bring out Obi-Wan's like lightsaber, since Obi-Wan's coming out here soon. Maybe they're going to bring it out after that, but they chose to bring out Luminari's random lightsaber. and it looks
Nara, I think.
Luminara. I don't know what her name is. I mean, she's a minor character.
You maybe.
Yeah,
Well, everybody
lived, Ryan.
Yeah, well, everybody there was like, "What the heck?" But people were buying it because it was like, "Oh, it's exclusive. It's made for it."
Yeah.
But everybody's like, "What the heck? Why didn't they bring out like they could have brought out like people from Rebels, like Kanan, Ezra,
Yes.
Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon."
That's it.
Yes, there's a picture of
Very
it.
nice.
It looks sort of like Darth Maul's
Yeah,
a little
it
bit. It turns on like Darth Maul's. That one you turn the knob. That black knob, you just turn it, and then
That's
it turns
cool.
on. It's green. I think one reason they chose to do her lightsaber is because I think they can get a 2-for-1 deal out of this. Because her lightsaber looks exactly like Plo Koon's lightsaber, except instead of a gold end, it's a silver end. So they can just bring that lightsaber back out and say, "It's Plo Koon's.
Yeah.
Buy this again," which I bet they will. So yeah, so it was weird. I thought they would bring out like Qui-Gon Jinns or Obi-Wan's or a plethora of other major characters from the movies, but they didn't.
That's cool though.
So yeah, so I didn't get that one. If you want to see a review on it, our friend the Kyber Curator, I think he just did a review on it, so you can see it.
Cool.
But if I came home with 3 lightsabers,
you might not be able to come home.
Yeah. I was talking to my wife, and she was like, there's this weird charge on a card for some place called Iniquities or something. Like,
Iniquities?
Not a light there. I'm like, I may have a lightsaber. She goes, "Oh," she goes, "I think they charged you twice." And I said, "Oh, I may have
one day and then
lightsaber.
charge another day. What's up with that?
Happy birthday."
Oh man.
Oops-a-doodle.
Oopsie, how'd that happen? Yeah, so since I've been home, I've been watching a lot of movies. I did watch The Pentaveret, which is Mike Myers' latest Netflix weird comedy.
So I didn't realize this, but there is a scene in So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Yeah.
Where him playing his dad is sitting there in his chair, and his other son is sitting there, and he starts talking about the Pentaveret.
Oh.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, they're controlling everything," because he's Scottish or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, and who's in this? Oh yeah, so many people, and he names all these people, and he's like the Colonel from KFC. And if you watch The Pentaveret, he's in there.
Nice.
He's like, "Oh yeah, that's the secret ingredient. That's what he got it for." It's you can find the scene online. It's hilarious. So he had this idea.
Yeah, wow. It was a funny show. It was very adult, so kids don't watch it. The best scene of the whole thing, if you haven't watched it, then spoilers. 3, 2, 1 was Shrek coming back.
Yeah, that was
he voiced Shrek again, and it was hilarious. So that was my favorite part.
So just watch for that.
Just watch it for that.
There's lots of great fourth wall breaks in it.
Yeah,
lots of good stuff with like Netflix and all this other things. I don't want to ruin it. You just have to watch it. But it's very classic Mike Myers, like because we haven't really seen his stuff in a while like this.
Yeah.
And like he amped it up adult wise for this one. Just like, I'm on Netflix, I'm doing a lot of things.
I think there's I read an article about that today about how Netflix is sort of like hurt the comedy like movie world, like how you used to we would have, if we wanted to go just for a lighthearted, fun comedy movie, we'd go, to the movies on a Saturday or whatever, and watch.
Mhm.
And they don't do those anymore. They're all like on Netflix and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's probably why we haven't seen a good Mike Myers movie in a while, because the companies aren't making them for the big screen.
Mhm.
So they're having to make them for the small screen. So I'm glad this one got made.
Yeah, and it's a series. It's not.
Yeah, it's a
There's like
series.
6 episodes.
I would say it's a movie because I'm watching it all because I'm late in bed.
I kind of hope he does maybe not a sequel to this necessarily, because I think as a whole it works, but I hope he does something else for them.
Yeah, too. So it's fun. So I watched that, and then I watched all of the Harry Potter movies.
Excellent.
Nice.
And right now I'm on the second Lord of the Rings movie. So, but okay, I told you before we started that I had maybe a controversial opinion, and this could be just a COVID brain talking.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to say it now. It's controversial for me, probably. I think, okay, let's put episode 4, 5, and 6, the originals, to the side.
Okay.
They're my favorites. You can't beat that. I think the Harry Potter movies as a whole, are better than the Star Wars movies as a whole.
What? I don't think you're necessarily wrong on that.
Yeah. Because I got through watching especially when you're watching them back to back, watching all the Harry Potter movies, I was like, man, that was just a good experience. Like from start to end. There wasn't one movie that I was like, man, I hated that movie, or I wish that movie wasn't there, or I wish they did that different. Like the story, and I think because they're books to begin with,
Well, yeah,
so you know what you're getting into.
They had a plan,
but
I mean, they
had a plan.
When she wrote it, like she knew where she was starting and she knew where she was going, and she just went with it. She didn't change it based off of what was happening when they were making the movie.
Yeah.
She didn't change it. She didn't do anything like that. She just like, this is it, and this is what it's going to be. Star Wars, yeah, he had the idea for the 3 movies. Basically, he said he had the idea for the prequels before then. Who knows? But there were so many years between that like I'm sure if he had made those 3 like way back when, they would have been completely different than what he made now.
Yeah.
And then of course the last 3 were just like, hey, just throw stuff at the board. What do we want? That'll work.
Yeah.
Let's do that. I don't know.
Yeah. I was just very because I hadn't watched all the Harry Potter movies in a long time, probably since they came out. I was just very impressed, and I'm like, at the end, I'm like, I want to go buy a wand. I want to go to Universal. I want to go to Diagon Alley. I want to do all this stuff. It's so much. And I'm like, I want more. I want more Harry Potter movies, which sadly will probably never happen. But no, I just thought it was really well done, and so I could probably watch them again right now.
Oh yeah, it's there you go. There's Chris's wand.
Serious black one. Because I bought one lightsaber, and it's Obi-Wan's, but I have 3 wands. Actually,
now 4. Let me tell you, I still love Star Wars, and I love lightsabers, and I love all that stuff. That's still my number 1, the original trilogy. But as a whole, I don't know if you can beat it. I don't know.
I mean, you're watching Lord of the Rings right now.
Well, yeah. I mean, but even Lord of the Rings
trilogy.
Yes, that trilogy. But then when you add on the 2 Hobbit movies, it's not that they're bad, but it takes it down a little bit.
Well, they just got greedy with the Hobbit movies. They made it into several movies, and it didn't need to be.
And that's what I'm saying.
Probably
the Harry Potter movies, I think they did a perfect amount of movies. Like you didn't feel like, oh, they're doing too much, or they're trying to.
They did split the last one into 2 movies, but I think that was a good idea with the stuff that happens in the last book. I think it was a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure my favorite character is Luna Lovegood.
Oh, she's good.
She's funny.
Now you need to watch the Hunger Game movies, and then you can decide.
Oh yeah. Well, they got a little left too. If I remember correctly, towards the end, you're sort of like, okay. Anyway, so that's my hot take.
Not terrible. It's a well-rounded story. They're well done. But it was also fortunate to be done at a certain time period, right? When the technology is available for making them look really good. Whereas, like, original Star Wars movies were made at a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. But and then the prequels were in a decent time, but it just looked way different.
I like I like the prequels. I think the sequels are what hurt it the most.
Yeah. No, we've been rewatching the prequels, and I caught myself thinking, man, I actually kind of don't hate Phantom Menace like I thought I did. Like it's like I enjoyed it, and
I like it.
I've never really hated the Phantom Menace. There's
I haven't either.
Cringy to it.
It's cringy. I guess that's the thing.
The thing
that angel.
The thing that really stands out in that for me is Darth Maul. Like that's one of my favorite Star Wars characters.
Yeah, this is really cool.
It's so cool. The fight, I like the fights in it.
Yeah, and so Charlie just got the Lego Star Wars Skywalker saga this week, and he's like, I just finished the Phantom Menace, and he's so excited. But he's watched so many videos about the game. I'm like, why are you even playing? You've seen the whole thing just about. But
it's a fun game.
It is. Yeah, it looks like it's fun. He's been playing it. We got it for the Switch just so he could travel with it, and we can still play multiplayer or couch co-op, But it's pretty awesome.
Well, cool. Well, yeah, that's been my I did the only other thing that's happened to me today. I got went to this IV place.
Oh yeah,
it was weird. So my wife is very loving and wants me to get better. So she talked to somebody. I think Jenny's the one that brought it up first.
Oh sure.
I think so.
I don't know about an IV place though, so go ahead.
Well, Jenny brought us something else, and then she found this place, and basically it's like an infusion place. So I'm like, okay, I'll go. I'm like, they know I have COVID, right? Oh yeah. When I got there, they go, so what brings you in? I'm like, well, I have COVID, and they're like, what? I'm like, do you want me to leave? And they're like, no. She's like, how long have you had it? And I told her, and she was like, oh, it's fine. I was like, all right.
We don't care.
Yeah, we don't care. I'll wear a mask. They go, which procedure do you want? Or infusion? And I'm like, I don't know.
Did you have an appointment made to do what you're supposed to do?
Yeah. No, my wife made an appointment.
Like, I'll take a number 3. Like, I don't know.
And that's, yeah. And I said,
this
is what my wife told me, and they're like, well, let me talk to the doctor and your symptoms and COVID and everything. So they come back and they go, you need the physician. And I'm like, I need a doctor. Yeah, okay, where's the...
Are you sure you're wearing Starbucks? Like
a venti.
That's what it felt like. So, I mean, I'm sure it's legit. I don't know.
Sure.
It was in an office building.
Like those oxygen bars,
It was in the back of a van. That's fine.
So they said they brought me this paperwork. I have the paperwork around here somewhere. It's something about ozone or something. I don't know. They bring out this glass, like an IV bag.
Yeah.
Well, this thing was glass, like a glass,
Mm-hmm.
and it had this like beaker thing coming off of it, and they hooked it on. I'm sure this is really interesting to all the listeners.
It's interesting. It's very weird though.
Yeah. And it looked like they poured water in it. It looked like water. And I was like, what is happening here? And they're like, we got to get it ready. So just sit there. Like it was a nice recliner. Laid back in a recliner, sat there. And then they brought in this other, they brought in this other lady, and they hooked up this machine, and the stuff starts bubbling. So it looks like fizzy water. It's like bubbling. It looks like, fizzy water or whatever you call it. Seltzer, yeah. And I'm like, well, that's strange. And they're like, it's just kind of mixed for a little bit. And I'm like, is it going to be fizzy like that going into me? They're like, oh, no. How am I supposed to know? I mean,
Yeah.
it's got a tube.
They hooked you up to a
they
soda stream. I think that's
it's what it looked like. I went to a soda stream. And they come back and I said, how long will it take? And they're like 2 hours. I'm like, two hours. I'm like, well, I need to go to the bathroom first. So then I ran. And I was
never stopped running.
Went to the bathroom, came back, and I was like, well, I'll trust you. And they're like, oh, it's great. It's great. So supposedly this stuff, they do it in Europe a lot. And before we had antibiotics, this is what they used. I don't know. It's more holistic, I guess. I don't know. Ozone. Sounds like something that's like in the sky, right? It's like pure oxygen, basically. I don't know.
So they oxygenated your blood, basically.
Well,
That's probably
I guess,
right.
but it had other stuff in it. Yeah, it's supposed to clean it out and tax stuff in you. I don't know.
7-Up. Okay.
That's what it looked like. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, we grew up. I mean, when you got sick, you drank Sprite or 7-Up. So I guess, it makes sense.
Now they're just pumping into you through your veins. I was like, I'm either leaving here with superpowers or I'm going to be some supervillain's henchman. These are my two options leaving here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still waiting to see. So they pumped all that stuff into me, and did it do anything? I don't know. Jennifer said, "Are you sure? I mean, do you feel better?" I'm like, I haven't had that bad of a headache today, but that could just be me getting better. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or it could be that stuff. I don't know.
Hmm.
If I poke myself, would water come out? Maybe.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Will you float in water now? Maybe
They all float.
I should try it. I should fill up the tub and see if I float.
Mm-hmm.
It was an interesting experience, to say the least. Because it's like, they're pumping stuff inside of your veins, so it's just like, is this going to kill me, or is this going to make me better, or is this going to do nothing? I don't know. We'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see next time on iamGEEK if I have powers or if I'm here or not here.
Was the word placebo ever mentioned?
No.
Okay.
No. They asked me if I wanted lemon and lime or.
Did you feel
have you ever seen Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah.
busy lifting?
They kept asking me, do you want some water or some tea or something to drink? And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm like, I have COVID. I'm not taking my mask off in here.
And then they just tipped the jar over that had the stuff in it for the water and just gave it straight to you for you to drink.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, well, if you're going to use it, then. It's funny, though, because the thing that was across from me, the cabinet thing, the labels on the front of it, like you think you're in a doctor's office, something, it'd be like labels like, I don't know, like needles or whatever. It was like sugar substitute, coconut sugar. That was the labels on the cabinet across from me.
Like a dentist asking you what flavor you want to brush your teeth with. You want cinnamon?
I was more concerned about the needle because I don't like needles. She was like, "Are you going to pass out on me?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not going to pass out. I just don't like needles." So I may scream at you. I'm like, "No, I won't scream." And she said, "Yeah, I don't like." She goes, "I don't like needles either, but I like putting needles in people." And I'm like,
you're in a great place. So yeah, I
don't know if she's making a joke.
Yeah, put the needle in. I won't pass out. I may punch you in the face, but I'm not going to pass out.
I like putting needles into people. She was nice.
That's important. I mean,
yeah.
Especially when you're supposed to feel better after whatever they're doing. They need to have a good attitude about it.
Yeah.
Get over here.
Yeah. It was an experience. It was an experience I could say that I had. Did it do anything? I have no idea. I don't even know how you would know if it did anything. Like how would you know? I don't know. But I can say that I did it on my birthday.
Happy birthday.
I said, it's my birthday today. And they're like, oh, well, this is a fun place to have your birthday, huh? And I was like,
Y'all do
yes.
parties?
Especially because I have no clue what you're doing.
Yeah, do you do parties?
Can you throw in a number 8 for me too?
Cake?
That'd be great. It's my birthday.
I'll send you a link to the place so you can look at all the infusions you can get. Maybe Palooza, we go over.
Was the name of the doctor Pepper?
No, it was a Mr. Pibb.
Or Enough. It was Enough.
Dr. Enough.
Dr. Enough. That could have been what was in there, Dr. Enough. No, you didn't
That
say
has
that.
vitamins in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got vitamins in it. Tastes like rocks.
It says it includes pure ozone on the label.
Yeah. Dr. Enough is a drink from Tennessee. It's a soda. That's probably what I got for tomorrow. I got the Dr. Enough mixture.
That's it.
Anyways. Oh, man. Well, this has been an interesting episode of iamGEEK. If you're still with us, thank you for hanging out with us.
Yes.
Next week, we hope to have one. We hope to do Moon Knight next week.
Moon Knight Roundtable.
We'll see. I have my wife on to talk about the actual, what it's like to have DID. So that should be interesting.
She has it? Or?
No, because I have.
You have it.
No, I don't. Anyways, so shout out to the Whole Health Center in Houston. That's where I got the infusion today. Not a sponsor.
Good for them.
Anyways, this has been an episode 236, right?
Mm-hmm.
iamGEEK. I still have COVID, and we'll see you next week
Why?
on iamGEEK. Good night, everybody. Hello, YouTube. We're still there. Oh, man. Well, thanks for joining us, YouTube. Or Vance.
He may be asleep because he's been kind of quiet.
Yeah, I probably fell asleep. I don't blame you, buddy. Oh, yeah, I sent you guys the link. We'll say bye to YouTube. Unless you want to go over the...
Nah, we're good.
IV therapies.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye.
Bye.